You know the type of guy that was a jock in high school but ended up becoming a huge nerd? You know, someone that's not afraid to make a fool of themselves on the internet. And someone that likes to shoot polaroid a little too much. Did I say huge nerd? You know, just an ordinary, everyday guy. Well, that's me. I'm just another Chris. Welcome in. I got a special box. Lomography sent me something a little special, and I want to open it up. I haven't opened it. I have not opened this yet. It just showed up like, I don't know, 2 hours ago, so it's been like hard for me not to open this and check it out. So I'm really excited, but I want to do a live stream because I haven't done one in a while, and I forgot to turn on my backlight. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. I knew something was missing. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so I haven't done a live stream in a while. I want to check in with you guys and hang out. Do a little Q&A. Open a little box. I actually know what it is. But I'm really excited. So I want to talk about it. I got some thoughts. So leave some comments. Let's chat. Let's hang out. Let's see what the chat is saying. We got maybe wide glass. Maybe wide glass. It's a guess, all right. Could it be? Could it be? Or maybe it's something brand new, unreleased. No, I'm not that lucky. Companies don't like to do that with me. I wonder why. Talking to you, Polaroid. But let's take a look. Now, I don't get to keep this. I will say that it's a loaner. It's a loaner. But either way, I'm excited. But what could it be now? Wow. That's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's what she said. Let's take it out of the package. Oops, sorry. I was right next to the microphone. That was probably really loud. My apologies. I didn't realize the microphone's right there. All right. Let's take a look. Could it be the wide glass? It is the wide glass. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the splitzer. Oh my gosh, that's huge. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Yeah, so what am I looking for? We've got the wide glass. That thing is way bigger than the previous model. Look at this. Look at that lens. That's wild. I'm really excited to try this out. I don't get to keep it. This is just a loaner. And so it's not necessarily a sponsorship from Lomography, but they are sending this to me to check out. But I have no restrictions as to what I can say or whatever. Obviously, I haven't used it yet, and so I'm really excited to try it. I will be doing a full video coming really soon. Let's see. It is a B&H box. I thought that was funny too when it arrived. But it has been sent. This is one of their like creator loaner type cameras. For one, it's number 5. And so it's been sent around to let people try out. So I wonder who got to try this one last. Don't know. But yeah, it is in a B&H box, which it's kind of funny. A loaner or not, still pretty exciting. It is exciting. I think I have it for about 3 weeks. It is huge. Look at this thing. It is... Wow, I can't wait. The weather, it's not raining today. I might even go out and snap some shots today. But I'll give a couple first impressions here in a second. I'll go through a couple of these. The lens is massive. It is. Yeah, that's a big thing. It is. This was already a chungus boy. Now it's not so chungus. This is like what I look like after Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we really need a compare of quality Instax wide 400 versus wide. Do we though? Do we? Maybe not with the 400. I'll probably do it with the 300. I don't have the 400 anymore. I don't have it anymore. The tasteful thickness. It is very lucky number 5. It isn't my lucky number normally. My lucky number is 7. Even though I don't really have good luck, so I don't know what am I saying. But first impressions, just right out of the box. Just looking at it, obviously have not shot this like at all. But I will say there are some differences just on the back. So check this out. Let's go here. Actually, let's do this one. Let's move this out of the way. So on the normal wide, what we have here, I'll go closer. Is there a glare? There we go. So the settings that we have on the normal wide, we've got the no flash button, we got the double exposure, minus plus one on exposure comp, we have the power, we have auto mode, which is the A, then we have bulb mode, and then we have a fixed shutter of 1/30th, which is helpful for using like external flashes and whatnot, because this does have the external flash port. We'll still have liked to have seen a cold shoe mount on this thing, but that's not there. So moving over to the new one, I'm noticing a couple differences. Look at this. So we've got the flash, we've got the double exposure, we got the minus and plus one. But look at this. We have auto mode, we have bulb mode, f/22, like a fixed f/22, fixed aperture mode. That's exciting. And then the 1/30th for the flash. We have an extra little bits there, extra settings. That's fun. The little viewfinder does come out still. That was in come in handy when you're using the extra lens attachment, which this I don't know if this has that. I wonder if that'll be okay. And also I'm noticing there's multiple. Ooh, it clicks too. This one doesn't click. So the focus adjust, you had 3 options. You could actually fudge it a little bit and like go into the like middle, like it's just like a free range, if that makes sense, for focusing. And it's infinity 1 to 2 meters and then 0.6 meters. This one, we've got infinity, and it clicks to 1 to 2 meters, 0.6, and then all the way over here, we've got 0.3 meters. That is pretty cool. Plastic, glass. Should be, yeah, it's glass. It still kind of sounds like plastic, but it's definitely heftier. It's heavier as well. I didn't know they were going to redo the whole thing. I thought it was just going to be the same camera with a glass lens put into it instead of plastic. But that's pretty cool. I wonder any other differences. Still runs on AA battery, or excuse me, AA batteries. Everything else looks very similar, but I'm excited. I'm excited. And then the same lens cap, which, or is this one mine? Nope, mine's on there. Okay. The same lens cap that, I don't know how many times I've wasted shots by accidentally pressing it. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for the best instant photography channel. Wow, thank you. Love from Russia. We should be here too. Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you. I appreciate the feedback. And yeah, of course, just trying to share a little bit of my hobby, and it turned into this. Turned into this channel. But I will be doing probably a dedicated video on this, and then going and doing a comparison of the two. I think that's what I'll do next. But it is cool that there is a splitzer for this. They redesigned it, made it bigger, I guess. Even though I never had one for this. Is it the same one? It's not the same one. Different thread. Bigger thread. Oh wait, let me check that out. This is a 90mm. What's this one? Nope, it still says 90mm. Okay. F8. F8. Okay. It's the same. Thought maybe that would have been a little different. I'm literally looking at this for the first time. I'm doing it live with you guys. We got an op-top in the house. Dang, I was hoping the whole camera was made of glass. Yeah, that would not be good. And then well, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. I was gonna make a joke about Polaroid and their i2 camera. It's a plastic camera. You drop it, and it's gonna explode, and you paid $600 for it. That was gonna be the joke or the reference. But yeah, this is cool. I'm probably gonna go out today and shoot some shots. There's no film. I did check ahead of time, or before I opened the door. That looks slightly different. Or maybe that's just me. Oh shoot. There was still a couple shots left on that one. Hopefully I didn't ruin those. I think it was like 3 shots. I almost pulled it out. It does. Maybe it is the same. I don't know. I'm excited. It is going to be tough, I think, to gauge your focus. I have suspicions of that. But luckily, a lot of the stuff I shoot is like landscape stuff, buildings, architecture things. And so I can set this to infinity and probably get some killer shots. But I am curious to see how this like closer shots handle with like portraits, because I think this would look great with that glass lens. Get some sharp detail. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited to give this a shot. Ooh, does the fake leather feel good? And does it smell like leather? I mean, it does smell like a material. It doesn't smell like plasticky or metal. I mean, it feels just like the other Lomo cameras. It's the same material. It is a different color though. It's a darker brown, and I don't think this color was used in anything else, so it's unique to this camera. So that's pretty good. It is pretty beat up though for being a new camera. I know other people have had it, but man, whoever had this last didn't really handle it very well. It's pretty scratched up. It's not like damaged and there's no cracks or anything, but it is pretty scraped up. I mean, the Lomography did send this one to me. Let me keep this one too, which was really nice of them to do so. But I've traveled technically the world with this. I've taken this to Canada and Japan. And it doesn't look as bad as this one. And I've had this for a couple of years. So, whoever had that did not take good care of it. Yeah, poor pictures. This should be fine. Is it front heavy since it's glass? So, good question. There is a noticeable difference. Like there's some weight, but it's not overly heavy. I'll be curious to see when I put it on a tripod. Like my monopod, a monopod for sure. You really have to try and get that balance. It's not that front heavy, but the center of balance is definitely more towards the front, or the center of gravity, I should say, is definitely more towards the front. Is there any scanners for A5 format at all? Scanners for A5 format? I don't know what A5 format is. Oh, I probably do. I just never heard it reference that. I'm not sure what you mean. I have an ND filter coming to test an SX70 sonar I bought without film to test it. I have 600. Got it for 100 Canadian. That's pretty good. Mechanics work. I keep forgetting to fix that. The cut off text. Works tested with empty pack. That's cool. That's awesome. Polaroid stopped selling ND filters, so now you have to pay the up price from the retrospect. I think like $15 for a pack of 2, versus when Polaroid made them, they're like $6. Just so you know, that's the kind of a bummer. Retrospect, come on, guys. But yeah, anyway, I have this for about 3-ish weeks, so I got a lot of work to do. Not to mention all these videos. These are all videos I need to shoot by the end of the year. There's like 2 more back here. And now, well, Lomography is on here actually, so that's one of them, the wide glass. But I didn't add the comparison of the old one in there. I think I do want to do a generic settings one, like a review of it, and then do a real world test with it, comparing it to the that one. Those usually do well, and they're beneficial. Than just doing a generic. Hey, here's the camera. Here's the specs. They do well for videos, or they serve a purpose, I should say. But I think more beneficial. Seeing it in action outside, even though the weather conditions aren't necessarily the best for instant photography right now. It's overcast where I'm at right now. It's winter time. It's coming. Well, it's still fall, but winter's fast approaching. And as you may know, shooting instant photography in the winter time, the results are very just kind of meh and underwhelming. So I will do my best with this and try and show its full capabilities. But I'm pretty excited. I almost just went ahead and bought one, but they are kind of expensive. Hey, there is a difference. What's that for? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So there is one extra little thing I just noticed. So going back to its being front heavy, underneath it, underneath the lens of the wide, the regular one, or the normal one, there's nothing really there. But on the wide glass, there's a little nubbin, and that's to help counteract the front heaviness of the glass element, so it doesn't fall forward like that. It has that little extra little foot, so you can take some shots on a flat surface. Nice touch. A5 is half of A4. That's A5. It's about half. Oh, I see. Oh, so like paper size and stuff, like for yeah. Okay. I thought it sounded familiar, but yeah, I'm not sure. For scanners, you're just gonna have to get like a flatbed scanner. That's really it. Or like a document scanner. Heck, I scan all my Polaroids on a document scanner at 1200 DPI. And go check out my Instagram or even my videos with all the pictures with the they're all scanned with that, like $150 document scanner. I'm going to be speaking of scanning, I get this question all the time on how I scan my photos, and I'm going to be creating a very in-depth mini course, a standalone mini course on how to scan your instant photos, but it'll apply to anything really, like regular photographs, like this. So here, I was just seeing it from a previous video I just put out, and I'm gonna go over 3 different methods. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on that probably, I don't know, January. I was hoping to release it January, February, but I don't know if I'll be able to start it because I got a backlog of videos I gotta finish. But there's a little insider insight. Not retrospect. I know, I wish retrospect was a little, not so retrospect-y. They're a business, I get it. But, come on. I feel like this camera may fit in a good place considering its glass. A comparison between the wide glass and RF70 would be cool. I still have my RF70, but I am going to be selling it. That's another good point to compare it to, because this is now the second camera that shoots wide that has a glass lens. Outside of doing some modification or using the graph lock back on a large format camera, like I'm not getting all that stuff. I'm talking about an all-in-one point and shoot camera. So there's only 2 currently. There was only 1, but now there's 2. And this is a fraction of the cost of a Mint RF70 camera, which just goes to show it can be done. Mint. You pay a mint and you get kind of shoddy QC. I paid $1,000 for the Mint RF70, and first one didn't work properly. And now the second one that's another topic for another day. I did a short, or like a IG short. Did I release on YouTube? I can't remember. That's about a couple months ago, about some issues I had that you got to see happen. Where are we? I lost my spot. I'm really looking forward to the results. I'm looking to see what happens. I might just shoot some indoors to start. I was looking over at my dog. He's usually my test subject. He's so hard to take pictures of. And actually, the best photo I have ever taken of him was with the wide, and that was this year even. He's black. It's weird to say he's black, but no, he's black fur, and so trying to take a picture of all black is really tough. Even with digital photography, it's tough because it just absorbs light. So on instant photography, it's a struggle. But I did get a fantastic one of like the best one I ever did with this. So I usually use them as like a base to see how things do or how the cameras work, and I'll probably shoot a couple of him with that. Is it snowing here? Or yeah, so I think it's snowing around some areas more up north. I'm southern It's weird to say that. Southern Washington. I'm on the border near Portland, right on the Columbia River. It's not snowing here. And we were lucky enough to not really have to deal with much of that bomb cyclone or whatever it was called. Up north took a big beating. It's our version of a hurricane, which we never get those. This was like a crazy thing that happened. But yeah, we didn't have to deal with it. We got some wind, but it wasn't anything major. But no snow. You haven't tried processing Instax in a snowstorm. Well, yeah, I have. I've shot like this in snow. I've shot Instax in snow. I've shot polaroid in snow. I did a comparison of the two, which one does better and all that stuff. So I have done that. Oh, that's pretty clever. Hopefully you're thinking of the, or talking about the, whatchamacallit, the little foot thing, maybe. A good fix while keeping the same mold, it seems. Yeah, but it's actually not the same mold. They redid it. It is tweaked. It's redesigned. Ever so slightly. I mean, there's some similarities. Like most of it's exactly the same, but like the addition of the that little foot, that means they had to make a new mold for that piece. Actually, it looks like that piece is maybe separated. Yeah, okay, that is the same piece. Then clicks on the front. So it's mostly yeah, it's pretty much the same. But I mean, they had to redesign the back of this too. For the add-on of this extra button with a fixed F22. That's so exciting because even with the Loma wide, like I brought this to Japan and I struggled with it. I didn't really get great images. In direct sunlight with this, it doesn't do very well. Your photos still come out pretty overexposed, especially the highlights. And so you don't really have much control other than -1. You can't fix things. This has a fixed F22. That's going to be awesome. Sadly, I won't be able to test that really because I'll have to be sending this back and I won't have any good weather to test that. But maybe in the spring I can get another one. Maybe they'll let me borrow it again. Or I'll just buy it, depending if I like it or not. Because I do kind of want it. I almost went and bought it myself. But then I'm like, you know what? Lomography and I, we've always had a good relationship. So I asked if they could borrow it. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So shout out to you, Lomography. I love you guys. But fixed F22, that's really exciting. Because you can shoot in much brighter situations. And guarantee, well, I shouldn't say guarantee, but guarantee that at least the camera, you have some type of control that you know is going to be locking in at that one particular setting. Because this sometimes you don't know because the light meter, because even if you're on a bright sunny day, maybe you're slightly in a shadow and it still thinks the scene is like a darker situation, and it might open up the aperture a little bit wider and cause your photo to be overexposed. So setting this at F22 is really nice because then you still have the exposure compensation as well, so you can combine those two. That's going to be really cool. And I keep saying this, but I'm really excited to try it. Again, sadly though, I won't be able to try it in good, perfect weather, and I don't have any immediate travel plans to good weather. So I would like to go to LA and go down to the Eagle Rock camera though, one day. Oh yeah, I was like, where am I? I'm really curious if there will be much difference between the plastic lens and the last one. Could you maybe compare those? Yeah, I am. So if you just joined in, I'd mentioned I'll be breaking this video of this camera up into 2 videos. One, overview, specs, some results I've gotten. You know, kind of a generic camera like review you're probably used to. Those serve a purpose. But I am going to be doing a separate video on comparing these two directly. Again, the best I can because the weather here isn't the greatest, like I said. So it's going to be, we'll see what I can do. I have to get creative. But I will be doing a side-by-side, the best of my ability. The only thing I don't like about using a flatbed are those, pesky Newton rings. So I haven't really said anything about this, but yesterday I had a call with a sponsor / I guess partner, like a potential partner. I shouldn't say potential because we're partnering up on a product that will help scanning your photos, things like that. So stay tuned. I got to see the prototype and I'll have the official prototype in my hands in about 2 to 3 weeks. So that's really exciting. yeah, so stay tuned on that. But yeah, the Newton rings can be, as you said, pesky. But with that document scanner I have, I've never gotten them on Instax photos, period. Once or twice with Polaroid scanning with that the Epson ES60W. It's not perfect. It's quirky. You still have to bring them into an editor and kind of straighten things out. But it's the best option and the highest quality for the price. Because that thing's about 130 bucks, which sounds like a lot. And granted, it is still a lot of money. But when you look at scanners specifically, that's pennies in the bucket in comparison. Because then, like, the next one up from there, as you probably know, it's like 500 bucks, $800. There is an Epson one that's dedicated for photos, similar thing. I really want to get it, but it is $500. But it has a hopper system where you just load your photos in, and you press scan, and it just beep, beep, it just spits them out. And it has like these guide rails, so your photos will go through straight as they scan. But it's $500. I thought about just like getting one at Best Buy, do a review, then take it back. But I haven't been able to bring myself to do it because it's a lot of money to scan photos. For the average person, it's probably not a big deal. For me, it is, just because of how much I shoot and how much I create here on this channel. It would save so much time to do it. But with a document scanner, the Epson ES60W, if you're scanning just a handful of photos, like maybe 5-6 photos at a time, maybe 10 photos, it's not that big of a deal. You can scan them, get them all tweaked up, and you have them all done in like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes tops. That might even be a stretch. It might be shorter than that. And I rarely see those Newton rings. Rarely. Never on Instax, but only a couple times over the last 3 years. I think I've been using that on the Epson ES60W. Toss a roll of film in there. Turn the camera on yourself. Good lighting, and it works like magic. I did have some film handy. I took it downstairs. I found some of the wide film at Walmart on clearance for $14. The box had been ripped, and they like taped it back up. And I guess I did. Yeah, I guess I did take it downstairs. Or I would load it up, but I don't have any handy. Did you reopen the package, or did you get the camera for the first time? Does it come without a stylized? Oh, good question. That's a good question. Let me finish that. Does it come in plastic? Yeah. So this is a loaner tester dedicated camera. So like it's numbered. This is number 5. Number 5. So this didn't come packed. I forgot to mention that. No. So these are like pre-opened. They just send them out to people that want to like test them out. Like I'm trying to think of like Petapixel probably would get one, or like YouTubers or news outlets or whatever. They want to do like, press on products and stuff. So companies have like their dedicated cameras that are like just dedicated for testing. So no, this didn't come in the official like packaging that you would get if you were to purchase it. But it would normally come in that way. But good question. I forgot to mention that. Sorry, I was 12 minutes late. Well, hey, 12 minutes late is better than however long this live stream will be late. So glad to see you stopping by. You can try light painting if all else fails. Well, yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? Because yeah, you could do that with this one too. I'm not sure. Or maybe I missed something. The scanner you use is one of those designed for salesmen on the field. They don't use the same sensor on the flap. I know they don't. They're completely different. Flap has totally different optical system. Yes, absolutely. 1,000%. That's why I said it is a document scanner. It's for scanning receipts and papers and all that sort of stuff. It is not a photo scanner. But guess what? It can scan photos. And I scan them at the max resolution, which is 1200 DPI. If that's not good enough for you, well, hey, so be it. Go do somewhere else. But if you want to see the results, go check out my Instagram page. Every photo you see on there has been scanned on that. All my YouTube videos for the last, I guess, I think 3 years. I think I started using that in early 2021. I think it was. And yeah, all the photos from basically all my videos for up until like early 2021, all been scanned on this like $130 document scanner. It is not a photo scanner, but then again, they do have one, but you pay a lot more for it. A lot more. No, I just I took it back. When you have a channel like mine, I go through lots of cameras. It's very expensive. So if I were to buy this is $280 and do a video on it. And then I gotta do, and another camera comes out, the Instax 400. I gotta go buy that. That's $150. I don't need that many cameras. I have so many. So to run my technically what has turned into a business, and plus stay relevant, I gotta stay up with the times. I don't get these cameras other than Lomography. Love you, Lomography. They're the only ones. But I don't get cameras from Fuji or Polaroid. I'm not sponsored by them. They don't work with Nons. I try working with them. Mint doesn't do anything. No other company I've ever talked to or tried to will send me a loaner camera or tester camera or early access stuff. There are some other people out there that do get them. Good for them, but I'm not one of them. So I got to take that into consideration. And I still have food to eat and bills to pay. So spending hundreds of dollars just on one camera to make one video, a week or something like that, it adds up. Not to mention the film. Gotta spend money on the film to do that video. I live in a weird, how do I phrase it? Where it's a hobby of mine. I shoot it all the time, but I don't use all these cameras all the time. I use them for like a couple of weeks at a time, and then I go back to my favorite ones. Not that these aren't my favorites, but there's other ones I prefer shooting more. So the 400 was a great camera. If I didn't own any other wide 400 camera, I would have kept it. But spending $150 to make that video and then just let it sit on the shelf, probably would never use it again. So I just took it back. Yeah. But the 400, yeah, it serves a purpose. Even though I probably, if I had a lineup of like wide cameras to choose from, I don't know if I would have chosen that one just because it doesn't have some of the features that I like exposure compensation. Instax 300 is probably my favorite wide camera to use currently. Maybe this will change my mind. And I only kind of slightly dethroned this one just because of how much it failed me in Japan. I don't know what was going on. I just was not getting the results I wanted. So all my photos were coming out kind of meh. Meanwhile, my buddy Caleb, he brought his 300, Instax 300, and he was getting just the crispiest of crisp, beautiful photos of the same things I was trying to take pictures of. So that stung a little bit too. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have chose the 400 if I knew about everything else. But if I'm just getting into the field or into the hobby, if you will, it's a good one. Plus, it's the only one that's currently on the shelf right now from Fuji, so it's the only option you got. But it is a good camera. That's the long version of why I don't have the 400. I think so. I've done that twice now. More recently, normally I just keep it on the shelf. I mean, heck, I spent $1,000 on the RF70 and I don't really like it, and it's still sitting on my shelf. But there's been two cameras I've done that recently with. It was the 400 and also the 99. I don't own that anymore. I just bought it to make a video and took it back. I liked it though. I actually would have minded keeping it, but I got so many I have so many cameras. I'm looking at the shelf. I probably have 50 plus cameras, maybe even 60 cameras. So many. I test a lot of them. I was under the impression that by removing those features in the wide 400, they just improve the natural. No, so gosh dang it, I need to fix that. Tuning algorithms in the camera that these features may no longer be needed. No. So what they did was, and I get it. I get their logic. And in fact, I have one prepared over here. Not really. I'm giving this away. So I have a video coming out this Sunday on beginner cameras. And I'm actually giving this away. It's the Instax Mini SE, brand new, sealed. You get it. You get it. It's awesome. It's basic camera. What they're trying to do is simplify these so that any person can shoot it and get a good picture. Because they probably aren't going to care about the stuff we care about, right? They're not after like the perfect exposure, getting like the deep blue saturated skies, right? Like the Instax can get, or whatever, by dialing in exposure compensation or all these other features. Most people, 99% of them, don't care. They're just after that film look or that retro look. So coming out looking overexposed or coming out looking underexposed, even like a flash effect that people associate with like a Polaroid from back in the day. That's what they're after, and that's why they're buying these cameras. Not like we do, where we're actually looking for something a little bit different. So what they've done is they stripped out all those features and made it simple. It's the same like parts, the same like sensors from what I know or from what I've read online. So that's just kind of what they're doing with some of these, simplifying. That's what the SE means. It literally means super. Well, I've been calling it super easy, but I think they actually call it simple and easy. That's what the SE means. Simple and easy to use. Don't have to worry about this too much of the settings. Just turn it on, take a picture, and you're going to get something. That's what's happening. The 400 is nice for a couple of reasons. That just means they're not giving up on that format. That they're still going to be producing that film, which is really nice to know. So, and it's on the store shelves again, which is nice because the 300 has been gone for a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of what they're doing right now with at least the latest models. And I get it, because that's their clientele. That's their bread and butter. We're probably not their target audience. Their target audience is like the casual people that just want to go out to a concert, take some pictures with their friends at the concert. They might shoot that pack of film and then never touch it again for 6 months. Those are their target audience. So those people are. At least that's my personal theory. I could be wrong. Speaking of Caleb's in the house. There you go. We're just talking about you and how I was very jealous of your Instax 300 results versus my wide, which was absolute trash. That it was just failing me on our Japan trip. Oh, what was he saying? When are we going out in the field testing that? Yes, exactly. I was going to text you after the stream. I was going to text you earlier today, but I hadn't opened the box yet. I needed to open the box on the live stream. But I did mean to at least let you know. But yeah, we're going out. We're going to shoot it, and you're going to get to try the glass. I only got it for 3 weeks. So, we got to do something. Good take. That makes sense. I try sometimes. My favorite Instax is still that Instax 100 I got for $10 at a garage sale. Still works like a charm. That's awesome. I've never used one. I've seen one at where was that? I saw someone had one. But they're talking about the Instax Wide 100, the very first one. I have the 200, which came out right after that. But I've heard that the 100 actually had some lens changes. Like there's something that the plastic in the lens, there's something wrong with it, and they changed something. I don't know if that's true or not, but my 200 was my favorite and most consistent until I got the 300, which has actually become my favorite one. I love Lomo Wide 400 glass. Wait, I love the Lomo Wide 400 glass. I also bought the Rough Enough bag, and it fits inside perfectly. Kind of barely fit it. It fits inside the 400. Oh, you have the glass? Where's that bag? Where is it? It should be right here. Where is it? Is it over there? Hang on, I'm gonna go grab it. It's right here. Oh, here it is. Okay. What do you mean just barely? It should fit that and probably fit both of the cameras in this bag. This bag's awesome. Check this out. So I just did a video on this bag. I love this bag. This bag's pretty great. It's not padded, unfortunately, so you have to be kind of careful. What do you mean just barely? Look at this. It fits perfectly. Look at that. I guess, maybe There you go. Let me get it all the way over. Look how much room is still in there. I can fit like 5 packs of wide film in there, maybe more. And a whole other camera. Heck, I could probably fit a Polaroid camera, like the 1-step 2 in here, if I want to carry both. I don't know what you mean by barely. I think there's a link to this in the description, though. I can't remember, but I love this bag. Weirdly, it went up $6 after I released the video. Because in the video I said this is $40. It's like $46 now. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. But I still say it's worth it. But remove the stupid patches. I think they're dumb. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe you like it. But yeah, this bag's great. I love it. Oh, there was something else. Oh yeah, I had my eye on the SE at Walmart. It's now $57, and it comes with a pack of film, which is a pretty good deal. Ended getting a used Instax Link 2 because I already have a mirrorless camera and to save real estate. So that's I got it last year. I never did a video on it. It's over there. I got the Link Wide. And that's on sale right now at Walmart too for $99. It was on sale for last year for $99 too, actually, because that's why I got it. And it comes with a pack of film, which is pretty cool. At least mine did at that time. But that's a great lineup. Everyone has their reasons for having instant photography. I know a lot of people are like, those links are stupid. It's not real photography. No, who cares? Yeah, it is. It's all about the whole idea is for instant photography is having a physical photo, man. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Who cares if you didn't shoot it on that camera? Now, I will say it is more satisfying to have the photo on a format that was shot, right? And you did that, like, ooh, I did this. I shot this, and it's on this. It is really great, and I do prefer it that way. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with getting a link and quote printing, even though that's not the actual process of it happening. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And especially if depending on what you're doing. I know Caleb and I had this conversation recently because he was going to be taking pictures at his work. And he was thinking about getting the wide link or whatever because he was taking pictures of his guests, but it's like low light situation. So everything's very like, flash photography. So it's spotlight. It's, like a party picture where everything's just like overexposed in the front and underexposed in the back. Use your phone, print it on the wide link. The guests at this events will not care. They just want a picture of the night, and they're just like, wow, look, it's tangible, it's real. Because most of the people these days never grew up with looking at a photo album and feeling and touching an actual photo. So I'm going down a rant that I should stop. But yeah, the links they're perfect. I love them. Tip at the bottom of my bag. The pad at the bottom of the bag is always use the EVA foam titles. Yes, so I was going to do a video on how to do this with inserts, which I do on another bag. I don't have it handy. Do I? No. It is. It's right there. It's just out. I just can't reach it. But there are little insert things you can get, and I was going to probably get some to modify them to fit into that bag, because I do like that bag a lot. It's pretty nice. Real estate equals a bag space. I know what you meant. Hello from Germany. Well, hello from the United States. I got a broken Instax Wide 210 used today for $25 with 2 packs of film. That's pretty amazing. After taking it apart and putting it back together, the blinking is gone. No idea what was broken. Hey, as long as you got a good deal and it worked. I think I got Caleb actually. Was it Caleb or his fiance? They got engaged in Japan. It was one of them. They sent me a link to a Facebook Marketplace deal on the Wide 300, and I got it. I think I got it for $30, $40, $30, and it came with like 3 packs of film. That's a pretty good one. Unfortunately, it seems impossible to find the selfie lens for the 210. eBay. You gotta track it down, and try and find one there. Yeah, I have one, but it's technically for the 200. It's the same thing though. It's the same one. It clicks on, and it clicks onto the 300 as well, which is pretty cool because I have the 200 and another 300. Yeah. and it will work. Well, hello from Australia, down under. Hello from up top? Is that what we would say? Up over. Up over. Hello from up over. The United States. That's where we're at. But, yeah, so, going back to this, I need to go shoot this. Might shoot some today. What time is it? Almost 3. We'll see. It gets so dark here so fast now. It's crazy. It's like 3 o'clock, and all of a sudden it's like midnight, feeling like. But yeah, I'm really stoked to try this out. I saw a couple people. Shout out to Ribsy, not to throw you under the bus, but he didn't like it. He didn't like this camera. So I don't know what I'll like, if I will. He didn't really like the focusing of this thing. That's what was his major complaint, and I could see that being an issue. Not knowing, but I don't know how much he shoots. Cause I met him at Policon. I don't know who he is. He's a YouTuber. He was on my podcast recently. Do I have a thingy? I do have a thingy. Oh, where'd it go? There's my thingy. Check it out. Link in description. Available on Spotify and YouTube in video form as audio form. But had him on his YouTuber. Met him at Policon. I think he was shooting with the i2 camera and the SX70. So I don't. And shooting with lomography cameras, it's always a treat, I should say. Especially wide. The viewfinder is so offset, so try and get things lined up. And I can imagine trying to shoot the 0.3 meters with this. And like trying to frame it up, it's probably impossible. You probably have to literally like set up your camera and then manually like dial it in yourself. Probably measure. Probably have to measure it from the lens to get your shot. So we'll see. We'll see how much I love it, or maybe I'll hate it. Who knows? Oh, it's 5:45 Eastern, and it's already dark. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Daylight Savings Time. But, yeah. I think my favorite feature on this so far, with obviously I haven't used it, so I don't know for sure, is going to be the F22, but I won't be able to test it, really. Which is going to be it's going to be a bummer. That really comes in play, like I said, in daylight, sunny day, direct sunlight. What I'm trying to say, because that's where the previous model kind of struggled with. Even at -1 on the exposure comp, his photos were still coming out pretty overexposed. At least mine was. And so hopefully this will fix that, but I won't be able to test it. Unless, maybe we'll get lucky. Because there has been a couple days this week. Let me see the weather. There's been a couple days this week that it was actually super nice. Cold, but the sun was out. Yeah, no. Never mind. We have now entered the gloomy season. Everyone thinks the Pacific Northwest is just everyday gloom and doom all year round. But that's not true. Especially where I live. Maybe Seattle area. But now I don't live there. So I live down in Portland area, and we get like 2 months of pretty much just doom and gloom weather. Like pretty much straight. But it's not like raining all the time. It's just like overcast. And then it's really like on and off for the rest of the year up until like May, June. And then it's like really nice up until October. Literally, October this year, it was like 80 degrees, sunny days. It was great. But anyway, I digress a lot. You should try a studio setup in some sort to try. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't have any speed lights. I use continuous lights. So that's really like a strobe light is really where that would come in handy. I don't use those. I ain't one of them people's. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just trying to be funny. But yeah, I don't have any of those, so I couldn't really use that feature. Because even with continuous light, F22 would be too dark. Maybe on a tripod. I don't know what the shutter speeds of this are. I need to look that up. What the minimum shutter speed is. I mean, maybe. Now I'm thinking about it. If the shutter speed can go slow, because I can't do bulb mode and F22 at the same time. So if the shutter speed is a little bit slower, put this on a tripod, I'd probably get a pretty crazy sharp picture it's worth exploring. It's worth trying. I might do that. I'd be curious to see. I gotta look that up. Because this didn't come with any information. Actually, I might have the press release for this. Yeah, I'll look into that from Lomography, or just ask them. So there we go. There it is. Do you have this camera? Are you gonna get this camera? Are you interested in it? Let me know. Leave some comments. I'm talking to people that are watching the replay, more specifically, because we're about to wrap up for today. But I'm pretty pumped to give this a shot and see what we can get with it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, yeah, exactly. That's what that would be for too. Oh, it will. Oh, I didn't know that. But I wouldn't be able. Yeah, see, but I wouldn't be able to use the F22 because you can't do them both at the same time. That's interesting. That's interesting. The one thing I would love to see on the next model of the wide, put on a cold shoe. How cool would that be? Just right here, look, there's room for it right there, or even on the side, maybe somewhere, anywhere. So you can put like a external flash because it has the port. You can put on a nice little flash, but you can't do it. Same with the i2, the Polaroid i2. It has the ability for it, but how do you hook it up? You can't unless you buy what's his name, Max Sparkplug, I think is his username on Instagram. He makes an adapter for the i2. I got to see it at Policon. He was supposed to be on my podcast a few months ago, but we had to reschedule, and then that never happened. I need to reach out to him. So we'll have to see what that is about. But yeah, you have to get this little adapter that he makes that plugs onto the i2 over the viewfinder, and then you can put on it has a cold shoe, and you can put on a flash. Because the flash on the i2 isn't the greatest. It's fine. And in fact, I didn't know this until Policon, that you can control the output of the flash, but you can only do that within the Polaroid app itself. So you go into the app and you can actually like adjust the brightness or output of it, which is pretty cool. But you can't do it on the camera itself. So it's kind of a hidden secret feature. If you guys didn't know that, now you know. Thanks for great recommendations. I bought a One Step Plus yesterday instead of the Now Plus. Great choice. Love the One Step Plus. And hey, it has all the cool same manual features as the other one, and it works great. And pro tip though, or keep in mind, it's an older camera at this point now. So you might experience battery issues at some point. Not like what I mean is, may not hold a charge as much. And so if that does happen, you can if you have a couple options, you can send it. Well, I shouldn't say that. He's done it before. I don't know if he'll continue to offer it, but you can have the battery replaced through Dennis Chromatic Parts. He might do it. I know he said he's done it before, but I don't know if he'll continue it. Or you can actually just plug a power bank directly into the camera and it will still power it. So just a little workaround. Hopefully they've improved the indoor ability. Mine does terrible. Went back to my forehead. Which one? You talking about the Lomo? Talking about the Lomo? Yeah, that's a good idea, but I can't do it on this one because it's not mine. It's not mine. Have you tried using Polaroid i2 with lenses? Yes, I have. I have 2 of them, but I'm trying to think where they are. I haven't used them in a while, but they're pretty cool. I've done a video on it. I did it as a short where I demonstrated it. Maybe I should repost that. So the cool thing about shorts, you can just repost them every few months. People forget. Or use a tripod mount with an arm. Yeah, that's totally doable too. Like there's workarounds, but like that's a lot of extra. Like, oh, I gotta buy an arm and do this stuff. Like, just put a cold shoe on it. Maybe they're afraid that it might break the plastic because people might overload it with weight. That's a possibility. As to why. Yeah, actually, yeah. Because they would have to like reinforce with like a metal frame. So okay, I can see maybe that would add extra expense. And actually, yeah, I couldn't go here. Now I think about it, because the little viewfinder attachment is right here, and it's much thinner plastic, so you wouldn't be able to put like a light. It might be too top heavy, and actually snap the plastic. That's probably why they don't have it. So yeah, you could just get an arm that comes off to the side. That's the only way to do it. But still, come on, that'd be cool. Then maybe they'll make a pro or elite version. I mean, heck, Polaroid released a $600 camera, and people bought that. People still buy the mint RF70 cameras for $1,000. Maybe we'll see Lomography put out a professional version for like $500. That'd be kind of cool. Make it a rangefinder, maybe. Who knows? That'd be fun. I would like to see that in the future. But that is all I got for you today. I appreciate you hanging out. I really enjoy doing these live streams. I need to do them a lot more. I'm looking for my button. Where's my button? There it is. Oh, there it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you want to become a member, get your name in the credits, plus more monthly photos. Zoom meeting this Friday, tomorrow. We got our club meeting tomorrow. Consider checking it out. Link in the description. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Now, get out there. Make some art.